Let's make lemonade.
Yeah.
All right. All right, everyone. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Welcome to another episode of Trendy Indy. And today I have Ross Harding, one of my longest friends, going on 30 years with his company, Hardwood Honey. I appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Jerry. Happy to be here.
And as you can see, I'm very excited because this isn't your most conventional profession. As you can see, we are surrounded by bees, and Ross has been known for making local and national news, which is just mind-blowing, incredible. So I have to ask right out of the gate, how'd you get started? What drew you to this profession?
Well, people always want to know how I got started and how do I have 300 beehives, but it all started with one
Yeah.
from Craigslist. I read an article about how easy it was to capture a swarm of bees and like make a makeshift beehive, and then all the benefits of honey. And there was like 1,000 things that you can use honey for in a healing way. Burns and rashes, allergies,
Wow.
and it never spoils, and it's so delicious. So I was like, wow, that's like liquid gold.
Pun intended.
So I kind of got into it for the honey, but once I actually got keeping bees, I literally fell in love, and that's really, I think, where a lot of the passion comes from, is like my love for bees.
Passion. That's one word that I would constantly use to describe Ross. But you're not typically sitting by the phone waiting for your phone to ring. So please tell us, what is the typical day in the life of Ross Harding?
Well, that changes a lot as we move through the season. My responsibilities change.
Okay.
So in the spring, I'm really in the bees heavy. I
Like
don't
this?
I
Like
don't want them
this?
to swarm. Yeah, sometimes I'll have to be into a bee yard every 5 or 10 days.
This is a bee yard.
This is a bee yard, also known as an apiary.
Okay.
It's a place you have bees. So some people have this, downtown in a small backyard. Some people have it in a field, behind churches, all over. You can have bees in a lot of places. So we're just in one, and I have 36 locations, kind of like this.
36.
Yeah, all over Indianapolis and almost every city touching Indy. Just little pull-offs. There's 12 or 24 beehives somewhere.
That's incredible.
Yep.
I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. And so tell us a little bit about the services and products that you provide at Hardwood Honey.
Well, a wise beekeeper told me to diversify my income.
Okay.
So it's not just selling honey. This is actually a really small part of Hardwood Honey is actually honey, like 10%, maybe 10 or 15%. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. I have to do a lot of things to survive as a beekeeper. So those will be selling bees to people. I sell 100 or 200 colonies in the spring to help people get started in beekeeping. I'll sell comb and honey, products from the hive. But I also, over the years, I've had to, well, I just can't say no, I guess. So like, I've had to capture a lot of swarms. I've had to cut bees out of houses and structures. I've been all over the place doing that. I probably should have said no a few of the times, but now I don't want to say I'm the best or anything, but I seem to always get the hardest, most challenging jobs.
Well, I can say that he's the best when it comes to this because, like I said, local and national news. So, Ross, what sets you apart then?
I think here in the city, if it was about honey, I think that it's a genuine thing. It's real. People know I'm a real person.
Mm-hmm.
The honey's from my bees. Where I think here in our city, there's a lot of honey. Even it says bottled in Indianapolis, like that. Some of those people don't even have bees in the state. So it's the genuineness. It's real. I don't know. I think it's just my like attitude to like not say no and to give it my best. And the publicity, it's weird. Like a lot of people seem to like try or like want make videos to like try to be famous.
Sure.
I don't consider any of that. I mean, it's just another thing. It's like yeah, the publicity is cool. Like how cool is it to be famous when you don't try? It's weird. Like I don't know.
It's a
it's
balance,
just
right?
I was always told like the cream rises to the top. So like I'm just gonna do my best, and sometimes it gets noticed. A lot of times it goes unnoticed, but like it's cool sometimes to to get a little notoriety, I guess.
Yeah, of course. And like you said, it was a wise mentor that said that. So if people want to see and get your products, where can they where can they get that?
If you go to the state fair, I always have honey at the state fair in the horticultural building,
Okay.
part of the Beekeepers of Indiana. If you want honey delivered to your door, you can visit my website, hardwoodhoney.com.
Look at this guy.
And then if you're out and about and you're shopping in the city, a few places that come to mind, Goose the Market, which is great, Smoking Goose, which is their sister store, Georgetown Market's a health store, Kaplinger's Fresh Catch, Porter Books and Bread, A Taste of Indiana. There's probably like 30 places maybe that have the honey.
Okay.
And sometimes they'll have it seasonally, and other times they'll have it throughout the year.
Wow, amazing. And okay, I want to segment into a new segment of mine called Wins and Wines. And so now I have to ask you, you've been doing this for going on close to 15 years. In your 13 years, is there anything that has given you a little bit of momentum or what you would consider a win?
You know, I honestly, it really feels like I'm waiting on the big win.
Okay.
Like, people always talk about that point that something happened and it changed everything for their business.
Right.
And things have been so hard sometimes that I feel like it has to be around the corner. I've had a lot of little wins, and you have to like hold on to those little wins and like cherish those. They're yours.
Absolutely.
and try to let some of those losses go.
Okay. And so to that, like you said, it's all about building on those little wins, and I do know like that's a huge monumental win is coming up, despite even being locally and nationally renowned. But has there been a time where you've gone home to Amy, your beautiful wife, and said, I don't know if this is what I should be doing anymore? Is there something you've wanted to whine about?
Almost every day. Yeah. In the last 3 years, it's never seemed harder. Part of that is having a family now. And,
Okay.
when I became a beekeeper, it was just as long as I could survive or pay the bills, that was success. And now when you have a family, it's like, well, now I need to be a provider for them, and I need to be a provider for my wife. So like the bar is set higher. And, it's harder to get by in the economy. Things are more expensive. And losses, oh boy, hundreds. I mean, losses almost every day. I've lost colonies. I've lost bee yards like this. I've lost, equipment, clients, uh, you know, so many things that are really hard.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people might have threw the towel in, and maybe I should have. Yeah, I don't know. But I think that success really is just persistence in the face of those. So, we're holding on to our wins, but those losses, it's almost like, you have two bags and the lost bag just has a hole cut in the bottom. So like you have it, but you just got to let it go, and you cherish those wins. And those are kind of what make you over time.
I'll tell you this is that winners always have the shortest memories, and because if everyone just took the loss and the first no that they ever heard, we'd never have any businesses. So, like I said, you're extremely dedicated, you're extremely passionate. So, if you know anybody who could benefit from Ross's services or want to know more, tag and share this, and also comment any questions you may have for Ross. And then one little past thing that I'd like to harp on is supporting hashtag Kaya Tough, and hopefully Ross can share a little light on that.
Thanks, Jerry, for bringing that to mention. Last October, my 3-year-old daughter got diagnosed with a rare soft tissue cancer called rhabdomyosarcoma. And we've been battling cancer for over 6 months, and she's doing great. Yeah, it really is. Oh, you got one sting. Let me get the stingers in you. I got to get it out. You got it out. All right.
Just got started.
I knew it was inevitable. Oh boy.
So
oh yeah, this is maybe the same bee that's on you. Oh, on the mic. So if that is the same bee, it can't sting you again.
All right.
I'll let it. If it lands in your hair, you gotta like pinch it. You're given 1 second always.
All right. That was awesome. Yeah. All right. One last thing is I want to harp on is hashtag Kaya Tough. And if you don't mind, Ross, could you please, if you want to shed some light on that topic, please?
Thanks, Jerry. Last fall, in October, my 3-year-old daughter got diagnosed with a rare soft tissue cancer called rhabdomyosarcoma. And um, we've been battling cancer, and we're done with treatments for now. But that extremely difficult time, I was able to see like so much kindness from so many people, and it just it like really touched me. So I just knew that I wanted to like do more to help other people. So during this process, we had to stay in Cincinnati for over 6 weeks, and we were struggling with a place to stay that was, good for our situation. And there was an organization called Bold and Brave, which
Bold and Brave.
Bold and Brave Foundation, and they have like furnished apartments just for this purpose for kids, and they have all the toys and everything. And I thought, as a goal, I was like, that'd be so cool if I could pay for like 3 families that are struggling with childhood cancer. So yeah, I set up so I have a lot of part of my proceeds go to their organization.
Bold and Brave.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's just been truly inspiring to see the community around the whole Harding family, and another reason why you should support local. So I appreciate you tuning in to this episode of Trendy Indy. And again, for one of my longest friends of 30 years, Ross, I appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you.
See you, buddy.